Would you believe that there is a video for me up today? I know, I can hardly believe it myself. Here's what you have to know about YouTube, okay? When you get out of the habit of doing videos consistently, it's very hard to get back into that habit. So I am slowly, in this new 2016 year, hey, Happy New Year, friends, slowly gonna start getting more videos back up here on YouTube. And I wanted to just jump back in to this video thing and share with you on today's Country Porch Chat a few ways to help you keep perspective on the really overwhelming days where what can and will go wrong goes wrong. Because we had a day like that here yesterday, and I always think now what message, what have I gone through today that maybe I can help encourage some other homeschool moms with. So let me tell you about my day yesterday. So I had my plan. My alarm was set for 6 a.m. I was going to get up and nurse baby Daniel for a little bit while I read my Bible, come downstairs. My automatic coffee maker was going to have my coffee ready. Then I was going to go get dressed, and about that time the little feet would be coming down the stairs, and we were going to have breakfast and Bible and then hop into a full homeschool day. And then last evening the plan was we were going to all go roller skating. So we had a full day planned already. Well, what ended up happening is, 8:30 came and I woke up. I'm not sure exactly what woke me up because my phone was not making a sound. And baby Daniel was still asleep, and also Amelia was still asleep. So my eyes shot open at 8:30, reached for my phone, and I saw my alarm said, click here to snooze. No sound was going on, and I had slept over 2.5 hours, which I'm thankful for. I must have needed it, but still not how I had planned to start my day. I came downstairs, and Jaden mentioned to me that the water had cut off in the middle of his shower that morning. Well, our pipes froze. What ended up happening was somehow the breaker in our pump house had tripped, and the receptacle went out that our heat lamps plug into that keep all of our nice rural well equipment all warm and toasty during these freezing winter days. And so it had all shut off in the middle of the night. We didn't know until that morning. Oh, a sad state of affair for a mom. I had to go outside and work in the pump house before I even had a proper cup of coffee. Now, you can see in this picture here, later I did have my coffee, and I was working with the heat gun on the pipes in the pump house. Travis was away at college for the day, and so he led me via text message on how to troubleshoot things, how to get the electrical going, how to work on the pipes. And by the afternoon, we did have water again, praise the Lord. But it's still, spending the day working on the water was not on my to-do list. So while I'm scrambling around with all of this, of course, my older boys are helping with the little ones because I had to be outside and work quite a bit. At one point, I come inside and I take a break and just check my email, and it looks like to me that my business email had been hacked. I got a very interesting email, and it actually was from PayPal. So for my break on working on getting our water back up and getting the pipes okay, I found out that someone had tried to hack into my PayPal. PayPal helped me lock it back down, but still that was another 2-hour chunk. So our entire day yesterday, it got railroaded pretty much on what we thought our day was going to be, but those days happen. And so by evening, once Travis was home and the water was back on, I could have easily thrown in the towel and said, guess what, kids, we're not going roller skating, but we still pushed through. I just took them all through a drive-through and took them roller skating. Travis stayed home with Daniel and Amelia while I took everybody else out, and we met another family there. We had a great time with friends, and it ended up being a fantastic evening. However, that day was a lot, and there's some other details scrambled in and out that day, different things I was dealing with that, I won't put on YouTube, but we all have stuff, right? We all have real life. We all have days where we're like, I didn't have that written down. Why did that happen? But those are real life situations that we all have to deal with. I just wanted to go over a few tips that I thought when I tried to think through last evening and just process what happened that day and how I handled it and how I could share some tips to encourage some other moms. So one tip that I'll share with you is just the perspective of surrender, of surrendering the day to the Lord. it was obvious to me that the day was out of my control. Even if I would have woken up at 6 a.m., that still would not have prevented the situation with the pipes, and it still would not prevented the situation with my PayPal and some other real life situations going on. So the day was going to happen how it happened, and it was out of my control, and I was the grown up handling stuff. So I just had to surrender. And if you look on what is currently my jamerrillstewart.com site, and the URL is going to change to the Encouraging Homeschool Mom very shortly. If you look over there, I have an article about surrender is my word for 2016. I've never picked a word before, but I really felt like during the month of December, the word surrender was stirring in my spirit. And the power verse that really struck a chord in my spirit over a decade ago is Exodus 14:14. The Lord shall fight for you, and you shall hold your peace and remain at rest. And the Lord has just fed that verse to me so many times in this life, and I just have to eat it and meditate on it. And really, it has strengthened me and encouraged me through so many situations that we all have to go through, right? Because we're all living this life. So a big thing that I did early on the day was just I surrendered it. Like, okay, Lord, you have the reins for this day, which leads me directly to another point, is that as moms, and especially for my mama friends who are homeschool moms, we have an audience. We have an audience all day long, right? We have these sweet children whom the Lord has blessed us with, and they are watching. You know, my children, they were watching. Now, it may not have been obvious to me that they were watching, but they saw, you know, Mama is handling an extra dose of real life today. You know, we can't wash dishes, we can't boil water, we can't take showers. Growing family of 9, we can't flush toilets. So it was real obvious that there was a situation going on. I had to handle it. But I had to handle it, and I had to be able to handle it and keep my peace. And we had to work together as a team. We had to all help each other, and we had to make it through as a family. So to remember that whenever you have situations come up, you know, I mean, I could have sighed. I could have really shown a lot of feelings on how hard it was that I was dealing with this. And there, of course, are situations where we have to be real and share our feelings. But that wouldn't have helped me yesterday. That would not help me keep my strength, and that would not help me handle what I needed to do if I was also dealing with a mess of feelings on top of everything else. So to keep in mind that as moms, and as moms who are home with our children all day, we have an audience, and all these sweet souls are taking notes on just how Mama gets through situations. I want my children to see that this Mama gets through situations by leaning on the Lord, by praying for wisdom, by keeping my peace, and by thinking through things and handling them to the best of my ability. Another thing that really helped yesterday, and in many situations in life, is to count my blessings. You know, I am blessed. You are blessed. We all have things that we can be thankful for. If we are alive today, if we woke up, you know, we're not going to shed any tears here, but I'm sure there's a mama out there today who set her alarm to wake up, to see her babies, and to have her wonderful day, and she didn't wake up this morning. I mean, that's a sad, hard thought, but we do need to keep perspective. There is breath in these lungs. We have all that we need. The Lord provides. This too shall pass. And that was another little tip that I have written on my little sheet of paper to help me keep my thoughts, is that yesterday passed. Yesterday came and went. We were going to live yesterday anyway, and we just tried to make the best with it and work together. Today has been a full-on homeschool day. You know, much homeschooling accomplished, many books read, lots of things checked off our list, soup in the slow cooker, all those good things. It has just been a full day. And situations like yesterday don't happen every day. So today, even though today was just a day at home, we were all really thankful for a day at home where we could do things like turn our sink on and flush our toilets and, you know, make soup. We had water for soup, those kind of things. So it just brought a fresh perspective to today, that thank you, Jesus, for these very normal, very full days at home where we can do things pretty much by my whiteboard and keep on trucking along and accomplish big things. And, you know, we get a lot of homeschooling done, especially especially in these cold winter months. And I am cold right now. I know I'm out here in a sweater, but I didn't want to sit out here in a jacket. So it's not as cold as it was, but it is pretty chilly here. But I couldn't do a country porch chat and not be on the country porch, right? So those are just a few of my thoughts. You know, I couldn't have those simple experiences yesterday and think, now there's some value in that. I'm sure some mom somewhere could listen to my story of yesterday and how it unfolded and take something that can help encourage you in your situation. So if you go over to my blog, just jamerrillstewart.com, there'll be a link if you click the description below. I have a brand new free printable for you. I have a lovely inspiring quote, beautiful artwork, free printable for you. You just have to click and download it. So click over there and get that. I also have a full blog post up with more details and some pictures and stuff from the day, just because it's part of the journey. And you know, I'm a very lifestyle oriented vlogger and blogger. I'm going to share with you from experiences and things going on in my daily life as a busy homeschool mom of a growing family. So I do hope to have more videos up soon. Now, I told you guys, like, I don't know, in November or December, and you'll just have to forgive me, because on top of a lot of other real life stuff, between selling our house, trying to buy another house, running a business, you know, my whole song and dance, homeschooling 5 children with a baby and a toddler, yeehaw, we've just had a lot going on. Now, I do have a video, and I told you all I would get it up, about chicken Alfredo in the slow cooker. Now, even though that video footage is probably 2 months old now, I'm going to get that up for you next. Say, yay, Jamerrill's gonna do it. And I have lots of other thoughts, lots of other country porch chats in my near future. If there's any in particular country porch chats that you would like to see, you can just leave your thoughts and suggestions in the comments below. I appreciate you. Please hop over and like the Encouraging Homeschool Mom Facebook page. You can follow me on Instagram. All of those links are floating around here somewhere on this channel. And I just hope that you have a wonderful 2016. And here, Travis is hammering on his trailer in the background. So, yeehaw, this mama's going to go get dinner ready. And we're just going to cozy down here in the old farmhouse this evening. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.